Jordan isn't just a country. It's a story carved into stone, whispered by desert winds, and floating on water so salty you'll never sink. Most travelers come just for Petra, but in only 4 days you can explore a capital built on 7 hills, walk through a Roman Empire, stand before one of the world's wonders, and float at the lowest point on Earth. I'm taking you on a 4-day journey across Jordan, from Amman to Jerash, Petra to the Dead Sea. Whether you're chasing history, adventure, or pure relaxation, this trip captures it all without feeling rushed. Stick around, because each day here brings a new kind of thrill. And at the end, I want you to tell me, if you had one more day in Jordan, how would you spend it? Your journey begins at Queen Aliyah International Airport, the main gateway to Jordan. As soon as you step outside, you can feel the warm desert air. You'll find plenty of options for staying in Amman. Budget guest houses in the old downtown, stylish boutique hotels in Jebel Amman, or luxury towers with sweeping views across the 7 hills. After checking in, head straight to the Amman Citadel. Perched high on Jabal al-Kala, it's home to the ruins of the Temple of Hercules, the elegant columns of which frame the skyline, and the remains of the Umayyad Palace, whose domed chamber still stands sentinel over the city. From here you can see the entire sprawl of Amman, whitewashed houses cascading down hillsides like a sea of stone. Walk down to the Roman Theater, an enormous amphitheater built in the 2nd century. Even today it still hosts concerts and plays. Sit on the upper tiers for a breathtaking panorama of downtown traffic, minarets, and market stalls. By midday, it's time to eat. Hashem Restaurant, a humble spot loved by locals, serves falafel so crisp it crackles, with creamy hummus, fresh pita, and endless cups of sweet mint tea. This is the Jordanian street food experience at its finest. Later, stroll along Rainbow Street, lined with cafes, bookshops, and colorful murals, perfect for people watching or picking up souvenirs. For something quieter, slip into Darat al-Funun, an art house tucked inside an old villa with archaeological remains scattered in its garden. A blend of old and new Amman creativity. End your first day with a sunset drink at a rooftop cafe around Abdali Boulevard. Watching the city turn gold as the call to prayer echoes from every direction, you realize Amman isn't just a gateway city. It's a destination in its own right. Tomorrow, we leave Amman behind, straight into the Roman Empire. And don't worry, Petra is coming. Just an hour's drive north of Amman lies Jerash, one of the world's best preserved Roman cities. The road winds through olive groves and small towns until suddenly Hadrian's Arch appears, a monumental gateway built to honor Emperor Hadrian's visit. Step through the arch and you're in another world. The oval plaza opens before you like a stone amphitheater without seats. Its perfectly symmetrical columns forming a giant ellipse. Follow the colonnaded Cardo Maximus, the main street where chariot wheels once carved grooves into the limestone. Peer down side alleys to find fountains, bathhouses, and temples, all remarkably intact. Climb up to one of the theaters. Test the acoustics by whispering at center stage. Your friend at the top row will hear you perfectly. If you're lucky, you might catch a live reenactment. Costumed gladiators clashing swords or horse-drawn chariots racing the arena, bringing ancient history back to life. For lunch, stop at a local restaurant nearby for mezza platters of labna, olives, and fresh-baked bread, or try zarb, a Bedouin underground barbecue of lamb and vegetables slow-cooked under hot coals. On the return drive, make a detour to As-Salt, a golden stone Ottoman town recognized by UNESCO for its heritage. Wander narrow lanes where old merchants' houses hide inner courtyards and sip Arabic coffee offered by friendly shopkeepers. It's a window into everyday Jordan far from the tourist trail. By evening, you're back in Amman for dinner. Tonight is the perfect time to try mansaf, Jordan's national dish. Lamb cooked in a tangy yogurt sauce, served on a mountain of rice, and sprinkled with almonds. Eating it with your right hand, Bedouin style, is part of the ritual. Tomorrow, the wonder that brought you here, Petra, majestic, timeless, and famous from so many films, including Indiana Jones. This time, you'll see it for yourself. Rise early for the 3 to 4 hour drive south through the desert highway to Petra, the lost city of the Nabateans. This isn't just a tourist site, it's a 2,000-year-old metropolis carved directly into rose-colored sandstone cliffs. As you enter the park, decide how you want to begin. Many visitors walk the trails on foot, savoring each turn as new vistas unfold. Others ride a camel or donkey to conserve energy. Either way, the approach itself feels like time travel. The path funnels into the Sik, a narrow canyon whose walls tower up to 80 meters. Shafts of sunlight slice across the sandstone, revealing stripes of pink, red, and purple. Then, as you round a final bend, it appears the Treasury, Al-Khazna. Carved with intricate columns and statues, it stands 39 meters tall, glowing like a mirage. Wrap a traditional keffiyeh scarf around your head, not only for shade, but as a way to connect with the desert culture. Then, keep exploring. Wander down the street of Facades, climb into the royal tombs, and make the steep ascent to the monastery, Ad-Dair. Even larger than the Treasury and perched high above the valley, it feels like a secret reward for those who make the climb. Up here, the scale and silence of Petra hit differently, the mountains stretching out like waves of stone. If you can, plan to experience Petra at night. This requires a separate ticket, but it's worth every dinar. As dusk falls, 1,500 candles and paper bags line the Sis, flickering like fireflies. You'll walk in near silence to the Treasury, now illuminated only by candlelight. Bedouin musicians play the rababa and oud, while a storyteller shares Nabatean legends under a star-filled sky. Since May 2025, Petra at night has added projection mapping onto the Treasury facade, showing animated trade caravans and ancient routes, an unforgettable blend of myth, light, and history. For lunch or dinner, try one of the canteens inside Petra run by local families. Sharing a meal here, perhaps lentil soup, flatbread, and sweet tea, isn't just about eating, it's about connecting with the people who have called this valley home for generations. After a long, unforgettable day, settle into a nearby hotel in Wadi Musa or a Bedouin camp under the stars. After this epic day, tomorrow you deserve a relaxing break at the beach. But this isn't just any beach, it's the lowest point on Earth. From Petra, drive northwest toward the Dead Sea. On the way, stop at Mount Nebo, where tradition says Moses glimpsed the Promised Land. From its windswept ridge, you can see the Jordan Valley, Jericho, and on a clear day, even Jerusalem, shimmering in the distance. Continue descending to over 400 meters below sea level, the lowest point on Earth. The road's altitude signs tick downward until you reach the shores of the Dead Sea. Step into the water and you'll notice immediately, you can't sink. The salt content, almost 10 times that of the ocean, holds you afloat like an invisible hammock. Scoop up the black mineral-rich mud and smear it on your skin. Locals say it leaves you softer than a spa treatment. Here's a bit of science. The Dead Sea has no outlet. Over thousands of years, intense desert heat evaporated its waters faster than rivers could refill it, leaving behind this concentrated brine where nothing can live, hence the name Dead Sea. Yet for visitors, it's full of life-changing relaxation. Most resorts offer private beaches, showers, and pools. Spend your last afternoon drifting between warm saltwater, mud baths, and shaded loungers. Then, as the sun dips low, watch the sky ignite in orange and pink, its colors mirrored on the perfectly still water. It's a surreal and peaceful finale to your 4-day Jordanian journey. In just 4 days, Jordan reveals itself as a land of contrasts and wonders. From Amman's bustling hills to Jerash's Roman ruins, from Petra's timeless canyons to the surreal calm of the Dead Sea, it's history, adventure, and magic wrapped into one unforgettable trip. So now I'll ask you, if you had an extra day, would you spend it exploring Petra more deeply, floating longer in the Dead Sea, or venturing to Wadi Rum's starry desert? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys like this.